Hey, good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? A couple things to talk about. Not anything. What was that? Where did that light come from? Anyway, uh, back after I found God, right? Uh, I shop at Goodwill. It's 95% of all my clothes um, come from Goodwill. Like this shirt. This is a Armani Exchange. I think I gave $4 for it. Fits perfect. There's no holes in it or anything. All I did was brought it home and washed it, right? Well, that day that I bought this shirt, I was walking around. I had no intentions of looking at shoes. I never do. But I had heard a message about some shoes, a couple of days before, and I was like, well, let me go see what this shoes thing was. If there's any validity to it. So I walked over there and looked around. Nothing really big, nothing that excited me, and like I say, I rarely buy shoes in Goodwill. So I went over to the next rack. They have like 4 racks of shoes, ladies and men's, and they usually mix them all up. So you got to kind of look. So right on the one shelf right before the two men's, and that side there was a pair of shoes lying in the rack, which are these shoes here. They are, boy, I don't remember. Oh my goodness. They're leather. They're brand, they got like, I thought it had an upside down cross on it on the bottom, but it's an artist's thing. And they did it for the dolphins or something, or seals, or any dolphins. Because look at the, or maybe it's marlins. I don't know what it is. Anyway, these shoes were laying out there, and I was like, wow, those look brand new. It's like, I don't have a good pair of like deck shoes. I rarely get out and walk around, you know, places with water in it, but we have a few here in Tennessee. But I don't have a pair of shoes for the summer, and I thought, it was summer, it was back in last year. I thought, well, those are kind of nice. So I kicked off one of my cowboy boots and, tried one of these on, and I had a sock on at the time, and usually you don't wear these with socks. So put a sock on, and it felt good. It felt comfortable. But one more thing, when I picked them up, the shoes were still warm. They were still warm, like somebody just pulled them off their feet. And so when I saw them lying there, I looked around. I was like, well, I didn't see anyone just here. How in the world did these warm shoes just get here? No one was around. I looked around, no one, no man. And I figured, well, maybe somebody pulled off the shoes and, found another pair they liked, and maybe they're wearing them throughout the store. Maybe deciding whether they want these, their old shoes, or they want the new shoes. I figured, maybe they just wanted to wear them around, see if they could. So I put these in my cart. And I was like, well, they're nice. They're brand new, basically. And like I said, they were still warm when I picked them up. It's like, well, that's weird. So like I said, I looked around and no one was around me. And I was like, well, I like them. So I put them at the top part of the cart and just walked around the store. Somebody just said something. I didn't hear what you said. Made in me. I don't know what y'all are saying. I'll talk to you later. All right. Anyway, these shoes. Yeah, I had them in the cart and I walked around the store. I was like, well, somebody's gonna come around and say, hey, those are my shoes. Because when I looked at them, they weren't priced. I was like, well, there was a message about some shoes, which was a few days earlier. I had heard a message about some shoes. So I said, well, maybe this is what God was talking about. So I carried them up front to the counter and paid for them. This is back last June. So when I paid for them, or when I went to pay for them, I said, there's not a price on them. So she just called or got the little thing and marked on it, added it up. I bought them, but I want to say these shoes are from God. So, are they magic? Who knows? But anyway, I just want to share that little story with you. I haven't gotten on in here in a few days. Just sat around and talked to you guys. You know, I've been practicing playing my guitar with the P90s I just got. And I'd show it off. I'm not that kind of person who just shows things off. I love it, man. I've been playing, 50 years now playing guitar, and it's the nicest guitar I own, and it was still under $500. So actually, it was quite a bit less than 500. But it's not a Fender Squier either. And that's about basically all I've owned. Stuff like that growing up. Nothing. But this was on sale. It was, it's regular like a $900 guitar. Yeah. Talk about your luck, right? Anyway, I love it, man. It has a Bigsby on it. It's a Gretsch. 52 G5210. What's kind of crazy about that, my MOS in the military, I was a 52 series and I was a 10, because when you're under the rank of B5 or sergeant or whatever you want to call it in any branch, you are I was a specialist. Where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? Man, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, 52 series with a 10 identifier as far as your rank. So I'm not going to tell you what my the letter was. You can go online and figure it out. All right. But anyway, it was different. I wasn't a crazy MOS. Okay. It wasn't normal. I did things outside my job. Okay. All right. And most military people, they really don't care. They're there for the ride, which I was. But anyway, yeah, I was a 52 series, and when I saw the guitar and I saw the nomenclature on it, I was like, that's a message. And it's amethyst. It's beautiful, you guys. It's a beautiful guitar. It's just different to play. I've never played anything that nice, where I didn't have to worry about the frets cutting my fingers and anything like that. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy that God's looking over me, and I'm looking out for God. You know what I'm saying? That's who I work for now. Okay.